going to keep the music going, so I guess I should probably check how many big irons are going to come up. And get rid of any film music for safety. As much as I like the Avatar soundtrack, like, you can get away with having game music on in the background because otherwise you wouldn't be able to stream games. But I don't think I can get away with having the soundtrack to the film Avatar. Big Jim's going to come after me. But yeah, here we are. We are 10, 9, 9, 10? We are 10 stages deep into our speedrun attempt for this. We are currently, I think, about an hour and a half up on the actual time for the Tour de France.
Well done, lads.
Oh, I'm fucking
Congratulations
muting
to
you.
We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. We retain the yellow jersey. It's a...
Okay, so we've just hit the rest day.
Hi, guys. Let's
And
start the
now
briefing for this day.
we've got 3 more
Profile
mountain
is special,
stages.
with one major difficulty that should decide between the climb.
So, if you don't know how Tour de France works as a speedrun game, it doesn't particularly. So this isn't measured on you do it by, well, firstly, it's measured on how quickly you complete the Tour de France. So it isn't particularly about how like quickly in real life you do it.
With a finishing line that lies
I'm turning this audio off because it annoys me. We've heard it too many times.
Climbers who are favourites today. However,
But
will
yeah,
the winner come from the early breakaway?
So
Or will he
the
emerge
efficient way to do a
victorious?
speedrun is by not playing the actual game, and then also, okay, let's turn interface. We can just turn them all right down actually. So yeah, you don't particularly play yourselves. You have the AI riders do it for you and you skip through a lot of it. And we're also playing, so we're playing with the Dream Team, who are a bunch of the best cyclists in history. And essentially what we're doing is, as this group of cyclists, I have buffed their stats to maximum, because you're allowed to do that. I'm thinking, because I am the only person who plays this game, so I'm the moderator as well, that it might be more interesting to have separate categories for juiced riders and non-juiced riders. Okay, we'll go to about 130. Okay, yeah, we'll get to the foot of the hill, and then the second group can take over. But Chris Boardman and Eddie Merckx. We don't really care about people getting away this early, because we are like ridiculous compared to everyone else. So there's really no chance of anyone managing to beat us. Okay, so once we get to the bottom of this, this game is more. So once we get to the bottom of this climb, I'll give Boardman and Merckx a break. And we'll have Andre Greipel and Rogers go for, like, I'm gonna say until about 90 kilometers.
Increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standing.
And then we'll switch every 10k or so.
The gap isn't changing much.
Because we are now like halfway up this climb, so our boys are going to be suffering slightly. So I think I might tell those two to drink. So basically you get 2 feeds which like restore your stamina. Okay, these guys will go to about 80, I reckon.
Is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
It's about 80, and I'll have them drink their juices and calm down. And then Miller, who I believe, if there's 2 guys called Miller on this team. If he's the one who I think he is, then he got done for doping in real life.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey.
Okay, so now as we're descending, We probably want to just drink the juices so we get use out of them. But yeah, these two can take the lead until probably the descent. And then once we hit the foot of this climb, which should come at about 50 kilometers to go, we'll switch to the next two. The foot of the descent even. We'll switch to the next two and also up the pace a bit.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey.
So yeah, we won't really play until that final climb of the day. So yeah, once we hit the foot of this climb, then we will.
Here's the last difficulty for the final ascent.
We will both give these two a break, put Mercs and Greipel on, and go at 100 instead of 90.
Once again, there are 2 points and 1 point up for grabs in the mountain.
Which is going to be a bit rough, but it's fine. We're almost there anyway.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey.
No, we're going a bit slower than we probably would have otherwise here. But we are going to... Okay, so these guys can go to a 40k.
The riders up front have a 1 minute lead on the favourites group.
These guys can go to a 40k and then we'll switch over to the next two. We don't want to use up... We have a big category 1 climb to enter this stage. So I don't want to use up their juices.
The breakaway
We weren't going for the sprint, so we didn't really try there. These guys are basically going to go until we start climbing, which I think happens at about... Okay, here we are about to catch the breakaway. And no, they can't take going for that long, and also they're going to have to be juiced up to survive. So Martin and Miller can take over. There's probably a more efficient way to do these transitions that I haven't worked out yet. Like from stopping one of them, keeping one of them going as the other one gets to the front, and then switching to the next two. Okay, and now we're on the climb. There's currently 150 people in the peloton. That number is going to drop very quickly, because this is a 21 kilometer. Okay. Because this is a 21 kilometer climb, I'm going to slow them down to 90 instead of 100.
The road leading to the Altiport is not unduly steep. You'll have to wait for the passage through Megève and the final 7 kilometers.
And we'll have these guys go until about 15k. Those two are slightly scary, but we can catch them quite easily, I reckon. Okay, if they get to a point where they're not a threat currently. Okay. So we'll have those two drink their juices, and also Eddie Merckx because he's struggling. And then we'll also add on Boardman and Merckx, so we've got 4 people relaying at the front. That just means that they'll be sharing the effort a bit slightly. When we get to 10k, then I don't know if I'll switch up to I'll switch up to 100, but okay, so Chris Boardman. Okay, Bradley Wiggins, who is us. You need to drink. So do you, Andre, and Chris.
I'll consume a feed.
There are 10 kilometers.
Okay, we've got 10k to go. There's 61 people in this front bit. We're probably going slower than we could be doing because I'm a bit cautious on these mountain stages, but that's fine. Once we get to about 5k left to go, then we will go ham. And once we get to about once we get to 5k to go, then I reckon we'll have the energy to make it to the top with no problems. Okay, let's... Okay, cool. And it flattens out a bit here, so at about 3k we'll have the energy to make it to the end going flat out, I reckon. I hope so anyway. There's a small chance that we don't, but we'll see. And actually, as you see, we were a group of 150 at the foot of this climb. We're now... There's now 22 of us in this group currently.
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish.
We've got 2k to go. So at 1k I'll step on it. I don't think anyone... Mountain climbing is one of the hardest things to do in cycling, for obvious reasons. So most of these riders do
Final kilometre from
struggle
the front.
beating us on like a mountain sprint. Like, we can just sort of go, and none of them really have the ability to catch up with us. I think. I hope.
Go on! This one is yours! You're going to do it!
But we need to win this because there's bonus points. There's bonus time for. There's bonus time for winning a stage. So we need the bonus time for winning the stage, which we just got, and he just went on his silly little. Did his silly little stance. Now I can't tab out to get my doc out to write down that time yet, because if I tab out, the game stops running. The other question will be, will Bonamore make it, or will he be disqualified? Because if you finish too slowly, you are disqualified. So I need to put my glasses on, I don't know why I haven't.
This stage is his. He was the strongest. We can see he will be.
So Bradley Wiggins has now won every stage so far.
Well done.
That
man.
was...
Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio.
That was
Well
3
done.
hours, 23
Retain
minutes,
the yellow jersey.
and
It's a perfect
14
day.
seconds, which puts us overall at 35 hours, 21 minutes, and 1 second. Now we do still have a load of stage to go, so I'm not going to faff around.
Guys,
Okay,
start the briefing
this is going to be
It'll be a
This
very
is going to be scary. We're dealing with two all category climb, which climbs that are so big they're outside the categories. And so we're going to have to be careful, probably go slightly slower than we otherwise would. And not exert ourselves as much on the flat. Oh, a lot of our team is looking in rough shape. But yeah, we're going to want to...
Hello, cycling fans everywhere.
Oh, I want to go to the
Today's stage is
mountains.
of the highest importance.
I yearn for the mountains in my
Telegraph,
heart.
Galibier,
I know
and
Scotland has its
Bramall
own mountains,
Falls,
but they're not like
one
French
after the other.
mountains.
No rider aiming for the general classification can afford a moment of weakness.
Okay, so I'm going to go 80 here, which is slower than we usually go, but because we're on the flat, it feels necessary. Well, because we're on the flat, we want to conserve energy as much as we can. So we'll have these guys go for about 15 kilometers and then change to the next two. Well, I'm going to try having Martin now stop and Boardman start for about 3 kilometers till we get there, and then stop. So like stagger it slightly, which means more menuing,
rhythm to defend the yellow jersey.
but it might help. Okay, people are attacking right at the start, which isn't ideal. It's tiring people out on this flat section, which is the one thing we don't want to happen. Can I tell them to not pursue chases? Because we don't care, we'll catch them later. Okay, these guys can go to 120 approximately. And then we'll stop Boardman and then start Greipel. So that, and then in a second we'll stop Merckx and start Rogers. And I'm hoping that by doing that we get a sort of smoother transition and don't lose the speed by having to completely change them both over at the same time. These guys can go till about... Well, I'm going to stop Greipel now and start Anderson, and then they'll go until the foot of this climb. And at the foot of this climb, we'll stop with Rogers and start with Martin.
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
Oh, the thing happened where my headphones were in funny and it got rid of the audio. Ideal. I love I love that my headphones do this. There we are.
The gap isn't changing much.
So we really don't care about this gap. Okay, we're going to have these two dragons at the mountain. And then probably at the top of this mountain. Well, we'll see, because this is only 3 kilometers.
The gap with
Okay,
the
at
yellow
the
jerseys
foot of this
melting away.
mountain we'll have them
The
switch
escapees
over.
will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
So now we'll stop with Anderson. Actually, those two are both doing well. Everyone else is not doing so hot.
I'll relay.
So in fact, I'll keep them going for a bit. And have the others are going to need their drinks already, which isn't ideal, but
I'll consume a feed.
no. And okay, so I think at 85 we will switch over to, well, I'll start Miller now and stop Anderson now.
Understood.
Yeah, this is a strat change, so I don't know if it'll be different. We'll see. And then we can start Boardman and stop Martin. So yeah, this is all around quite exciting stuff. Oh. We don't care about the intermediate sprint at all. We'll probably, once we cross the finish line, we will start the transition to the next cyclists. Who we're going to, we've got an 11-kilometer climb here. This is going to be rough, potentially.
The Col de Telegraph is an 11.9
We'll keep an eye on how energy's doing.
7.1%.
Because this is like a shorter climb than the one we did before, but it is tough all the way up. So I might just have Anderson and Martin take over because they're doing better than everyone else. Or I'll have Anderson join in the relay at the front, and then potentially take Boardman off it. We'll see. I think between those 3 they should be okay. Martin needs his... Stop! Stop! Why would you code your game to just have a guy in it who's like, oh yeah, this is so fucking boring? And as you can see, we've dropped an insane number of people already. And we've still got 2 really tough climbs to go. But our energy is looking a bit depleted.
2 kilometers from the summit.
Are any of these time bonuses? No, they're not. Because if any of these had time bonuses on them, then we would go in and just win them. But that is not something we have to worry about. Okay, so now you two can relax, and I'll get Martin going.
Will hardly have time to catch their breath. Only 5 kilometers separate the top of the Telegraph from the foot of the Galibier.
So yeah, we've got... This is what makes this one particularly rough, is we have 2 of these in a row. So we might be left with some slightly fucked... We might not be able to do our usual thing all the way here. We might have to try something else for this mountain specifically. Because we now have an 18-kilometer... we'll see how we're doing.
To the Galibier. It's a highly erratic climb. Percentages vary greatly, and it's very difficult to find the right pace. An ascension for thoroughbred climbers.
Yeah, we'll see how we do here, because we might want to do something else. Or even slow down a bit for us, just for this climb, so that we have energy for the final one, which I can't remember the name of it.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Do we look like we're relaxing, cunt? Okay, we're gonna go at 70, but that's still better than a lot of our riders. And Greipel and Miller are gonna have to drink their juice already. We might have to drop people before the end of the stage and just solo it with Wiggins at the final climb, which isn't what we want to be doing, but it could be necessary. Like, if we need to, we can do that with Wiggins up this climb. We can we could deplete our team here, in fact, and then like,
I'll relay.
as long as we make it up the top, that's fine. We can lose some people here. Like, it's gonna be a tough one. As long as Wiggins goes over the top with a decent amount of energy and his juices, then we should be okay. Okay, Rogers is gonna need his juice now. Greipel and Miller have already had theirs.
There's not much happening, lad.
Martin.
I think that I could follow you on a bike.
Fuck off.
Now that there's some downhill.
Oh, what downhill are you talking about?
Understood. I'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
So yeah, we've still got more than 5k of this climb to go, which is slightly scary. I think we're going to lose Andre Greipel and possibly Miller as well here. Because we've still got 5k to go and Greipel is
The Grenadiers
losing
will
it
always
slightly.
classified all category. The first 10 at the top will score points towards the pocket
so
dot
is-
jersey.
Yeah, everyone except Wiggins is really struggling here. Okay, Greipel, you're going to drink that and just hope it gets you up. We've got 3k, we've got 4k left to go on this one. Yeah, we've lost Greipel. That's fine, we're going to have to just deal with that. We might be about to lose Miller as well. Yeah, we're going to lose Miller as well. Boardman, please drink. Martin, stop. I'm going to have Anderson go for a bit longer and also drink.
Stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
So yeah, we're going to lose Miller here. That's fine, we expected that. Oh, and I'm killing Boardman by accident because I didn't trigger Anderson. Okay, we're losing a lot of our team here. I don't know how many of our members we're going to actually get over the top here. But with the 7 people who we've got over, well, the 5 people we've got over the top,
As riders are now
who are
bearing down
five
the
of,
Galibier.
well, 5 of ours and then
Said
2
that it will
opponents.
reverse tomorrow on the Alpe d'Huez stage.
Don't tell me we have to do a climb like that again. It's going to kill us. But yeah, we've got one more climb to go, and it should be alright. And we'll just have to get those guys to like group up, and yeah, so you wait for the following group, and then I'm going to ensure a minimum tempo. Well, if with Greipel, yeah, Greipel and Miller both ensure minimum tempos, they might manage to catch up to each other. Actually, yeah, let's just let them preserve their energy. We don't really need them to catch up, and if they do catch up, they'll be so tired that it won't really matter. Oh. So yeah, now we just sort of go until the foot of this final climb, which I can't remember its name off the top of my head. The Col de Crambon. And now we turn it up to 90.
Climb has begun.
We'll get these guys to go for us for
10 kilometers to retain the jersey.
a bit longer. And then once we get to about... In fact, we can go all out now.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
Okay, and then Hughes can drop. And
Okay,
Wiggins
I'll
can
consume a
also
beat.
do a drink. And then that's 5k left to go. And at about 3k we'll start playing. Okay, we've now just got Pogacar left, who isn't on our team. Energy might be tight here, that's fine. It's going to be tight for everyone.
There's only 2 kilometers left for the lead rider.
Not Dan Martin, that's not Dan Martin, that's Thomas Martin, I think. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be a tight one energy-wise. But we can do that. We can do it. So it's just our team and Pogacar. And we have... We have, like, slightly more energy than like, everyone except for Merckx at this point as well.
Barely 2 kilometers left for the group at the front.
The group at the front, who are all entirely one team. Anderson, stop it. Stop pushing me. Okay. Energy-wise, this is going to be crazy tight. I don't... Well, it's going to be really tight, us making it to the line with enough energy, but we will see. Okay, we've lost Anderson. If Pogacar somehow manages to do this, I will be impressed.
The group at the front is under the red pennant.
Okay, we've lost Pogacar, so now I can just tell these guys to persist smoothly.
Okay, I'll avoid any extreme effort.
And we can just go to the finish line. I'll sprint once we get to like 400 meters, because I don't know if we'll have energy. I want to have energy to make it, definitely, before
Come
we...
on, it's yours. You're going to beat them.
So yeah, that shows you how horrible this climb is in real life. If these riders who I have beefed to oblivion, they are insanely good. If they struggle to do it, if they reach the top with barely any energy, how hard is it going to be for like regular riders? So now we have to wait for the rest of them to slowly drip in. This is a bit slower, but that's fine. We don't have too many of these are the worst mountain stages we'll have to do. I think these are all of your category climbs, and after that it's all ones and below. I reckon this guy might be eliminated. We will check before the next stage. Peter. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, when I'm doing like the career mode in this game, trying to do that one, like, and win it when you're not crazy juiced.
Well done, lads.
Hard.
Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win.
Stage
We
11.
retain the yellow
That's
jersey.
4
It's a
hours,
perfect day.
6 minutes and 18 seconds, which should add up to about... Okay, first we check if there's any... Okay, so that is 6 disqualifications. And we were... Okay, and then for the overall, we are on 39 hours, 27 minutes, and 9 seconds. Which puts us on for the team classification. We're an hour and a half ahead of any other team. Okay.
Hi guys.
The
Let's
last
start the briefing
mountain
for this
stage.
It'll be a very demanding day
Um,
for everyone. Several mountain passes.
This is
and a
gonna be
summit
tough.
finish await you. This is a key stage for
And
the
then
general
it
classification.
gets
I hope you're in
calmer
good
again
condition,
until
because
these
we've
last
got to
2
defend
climbs.
the yellow jersey. Even if
Hopefully this should be easier than what we were doing before. Oh. So, everyone's condition is actually pretty good, despite how tough that last one was. Okay, we're ending on Alpe d'Huez, which is a notoriously difficult
Like
climb.
yesterday, but this time in the opposite direction, the riders will climb the Galibier. They will then cross the Croix de Fer before
Croix de
completing
Fer.
the legendary 21 hairpin bends of the final ascent to
Okay, so again, 80s instead of...
Alpe d'Huez. This stage is the second major performance during which none of the contenders for final victory in Paris can afford an off day.
Yeah, so we really do. If we were racing properly and not like, and not doing this, then we would need to like actually, like, think about
That's
what
good
we're doing
enough,
here.
lads. There's no way we can lose the green jersey today. Take
But
good.
because that's not what we're doing, then we literally just need to, like, actually, like, we if we don't win this, I have done something seriously wrong. So these two can go to 150 and then we'll switch to the next two. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if the strategy we were going with before actually works better,
Here's the first ascent
but we will see.
this stage, and the least one can say is that it won't be a gentle warm-up, because the climb is the Galibier, the highest mountain pass.
Okay,
of this
so we'll
Tour de
see
France.
how we can do with the Galibier. We'll see how we can do with that. I reckon we'll keep these guys on till we reach the tougher bits, and then we'll get Greipel and Rogers to cover the second half of the climb. Okay, so
I'll relay.
there we go, and now that should mean our transition was a bit cleaner there.
There's plenty of damage at the back of the peloton.
And you can see that already the peloton is losing a lot of people. I'm going to have Martin drink his juice. Martin and Miller are going to have their juices now. We're nearly at the top. These two should be able to get us over the line. Are there time bonuses on any of these? No, there aren't.
2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents.
And also, this is basically the hardest climb we have to do until after the feed zone, so I may as well just have everyone feed here. Okay, so we've just made it over the top, and now we'll have these two stop, and we will have Anderson and Thomas Martin do it instead as we descend. Andre Greip will get back here. Oh no, shit, we've lost 2 of them.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Okay, we'll see if we can get those 2 to catch us. It would be nice if we could, but it's not the end of the world if they can't. Okay, there we go. They did drag some people. Okay, no. Don't attack. Don't attack. Stop it.
It's your teammate who's the most dangerous for the overall standings in the breakaway.
Okay, Quintana can go. He's not a problem. Which isn't something that you'd regularly be saying on one of these mountain stages,
The
but...
front of the race has just reached Valois.
Okay, so these guys
We're
can
soon
do
to begin the
this
ascent of the
cat-free
Col de
climb.
Telegraph, which, in this direction, represents a minor difficulty for climbers.
Yeah, Quintana's
Its
an hour
average
behind
rate of
currently.
3.3% over about 5 kilometers.
So he's not got...
Front of the race is 2 kilometers
Like, he's
from
a
the
decent
summit.
climber, but we may as well not exert ourselves too much on this little climb. Trying to catch him when we can easily catch him later. Okay, now, you two did the little climb, so Miller and Boardman can do the descent.
I'll relay.
The gap isn't changing much. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties getting all the way to the
Perfect.
finish.
So this should be fine. I'm terrible at the descending when I do it myself. It's one of the hardest bits of the game. For me, because it requires actual skill, and that's where I
The first
black.
riders are now in the Maurienne Valley. They'll soon reach the feed zone, and the intermediate sprint
Okay,
will
so
be
with
fought out
this
in
climb,
at the foot of the
if
Crud
we
Fair.
can, we want to avoid using our feeds. If we need to, we can, but it would be nice not to. Quintana has like no points of any kind. Okay, so now they're gonna hurry up for the sprint, which is cool.
The second all
Okay,
category
so
is
these guys will go
centered
till
together.
that
Cold
first
for the
green
Crud
bit,
Fair.
and
It's
then we will
almost
switch
29
to
kilometers of climbing.
the next two for that red bit until the second green bit, and then we will take on a third group to get us to the end. So yeah, these guys can go, and okay, so you're gonna stop, and you're gonna go,
Stick to the wheels in front, whatever.
and you're gonna go, and you're gonna stop. And now these guys are going to carry us up this climb. And we're losing more people again, which is always nice. Well, we're not, like the team's not, but the opponents are, which is always nice. So then these guys are just going to drag us up here. Once,
Given that there's not much
once we hit the green, then those two can stop, and these two can start.
happening, lads, I think that I could follow you on a bike.
Fuck
At
off.
least now that there's some downhill.
Like, he's so annoying. He's ridiculously annoying, the race manager. Okay, I'm gonna go down to 70 for this,
I'll relay.
which I know is slower, but realistically we have to if we want to make it up okay. Okay, and you two are gonna stop. Actually, no. Not do not persist. Persist without limit, and I think back up to 80. Those two are the only ones who are struggling, so we should be fine. Then once we hit the descent, we'll go up to 90.
12, 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2 points to be shared out at the summit for the best climber classification.
Oh. And these two should be able to easily get us to the top. No problem. And then we will let them rest on the descent and have Boardman and Merckx
We've got
take
enough of a point
over
lead
on the
for the
descent.
polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
And look at these pretty lakes. I would love to go to these lakes in real life. Okay, there's 9 of us here. So it's us and Pogacar again. He's persistent. There's a reason he's one of the best cyclists in the world at the moment. I don't love that Wiggins' energy is a bit low compared to his teammates. Especially because second place is still 7 minutes behind him in the race overall. But that's fine. We've got some flatter stages coming up after this where we can kind of recover a bit.
We are 20 kilometers from the end of this stage, and there's still one all-category climb to be
Like
overcome.
these
Alpe
stages, these big
d'Huez,
stages,
the
are the ones
true
where
decider of this stage.
we're actually making
Alpe
progress.
d'Huez is a 13.8 kilometer climb, and
I am worried
21
about Wiggins, but
mythical
hopefully
bends.
he'll be okay.
Who will enter the legend this year?
They're riding
There's a
hard
small
behind.
chance he won't be,
This isn't the moment to relax.
which isn't great.
10 kilometers to go for the lead group.
Okay, we're gonna have to go down to 80 just so Wiggins can get up,
I'll relay.
just to improve Wiggins' chance of getting up. Fuck, is this from Transformers? Is this licensed? Yes, it is. Oops. Missed that one out when I was doing these. Okay, he should be okay now. Yeah, I think he'll be alright. It's gonna be a close one though, and he might not win this one, but as long as he gets to the... Why are you fucking relaying, Bradley? Follow your team. Yeah, he does not have the... He's worn himself out a bit yesterday, I think, and that's what he's now recovering from now. We might not get the
Only 2
the
kilometers to
win
ride
on this
available.
technically.
We're heading towards a sprint.
Okay. Okay, they're going to be silly with it. That's fine. As long as we have enough energy to just about get across the line, and these guys don't start sprinting. Because if they start sprinting, I'm going to be so mad. Also, once we get to the top, it flattens out a bit. And from that point...
The red pennant for the men at the front. It will be decided in a sprint.
Okay, we're just going to now sprint for it, which is going to leave
A
us...
teammate has just been
Yes, I
dropped.
know he has, because I've
You can't
fucking
count
sprinted
on him
ahead.
any longer.
And we did blow up there technically, but right at the end, that's fine. Okay, let's see how many riders finish this one today. So other than Wiggins getting tired, that probably was an easier stage than before. Looking back, I should probably... The smarter thing to do is to save two riders to be like your kind of, to have a backup one just in case you get screwed over by energy stuff. I think this is going to be a really high elimination Tour de France. It's going to be levels of riders being eliminated that you wouldn't normally get. It's really funny. I'm kind of stupid for streaming this game because no one cares, particularly.
Well done, lads. Congratulations.
So this is not a
Three race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio.
particularly a
Well
draw
done
for
this
viewers.
win. We retain the yellow jersey. It's a perfect day.
No, I'm not quitting. That puts us overall at 43 hours, 54 minutes, and 1 second. So, stage 13, we got 9 stages to go. And that was,
Guys,
the,
start the briefing
this
for
is,
this
we're
day.
going to have some nice
Main
ones
thing
for
to
a
grasp
while
today
now.
is that
We can go back to our more traditional strats for these ones. Let's see how many riders there actually are left. Okay, cool. Wiggins is looking fine for his energy today. No one's looking particularly bad for
Hello,
energy,
cycling fans everywhere.
which is
After
a wonder
4
given
rounds
how we
stages,
finished.
Today the riders are back onto flat roads. Terrain that favours a finish for the sprinters. It's an opportunity
3,
that they cannot
2,
afford to miss.
1,
As tomorrow's finish
144.
demand is
Master
definitely
Miller.
not for them.
Can do this for until the end of this downhill, because they're going to be doing this on a downhill, which isn't particularly
The breakaway
tough
has
for
30
them.
seconds lead.
We'll switch to someone else once we hit the end of this cat-free climb. Or once we hit the foot of this cat-free climb.
We're at the first classified climb of the stage. There will be 2 points.
Okay, so you're going to stop. You're going to
1
start.
point to be scored at the top. 1 minute for the breakaway.
And then you're going to stop. And you're going to
It's
start.
looking good.
The breakaway,
time
the
gap at the head
breakaway,
of the race is
the
stable.
breakaway shouldn't be a real threat here. Like, it's a flat one, which is really hard to break away on properly. Like, mountains are the only stages where breakaways tend to go anywhere. And flat stages, on a flat stage, a breakaway only goes somewhere usually if the rider is particularly good. Or if, okay, probably about 140 is what we want to go to for here. Because we are on ridiculously flat terrain that's slightly downhill. Okay, so now you can stop. Guipel can start.
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
And then Rogers can start and Guipel can stop. No, Guipel can stop. Merckx can stop.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
But yeah, because of
Time gap
flat
between
stages,
peloton and the breakaway is decreasing.
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of talking about my ass. I'm not, like,
Time
I enjoy
difference between
cycling,
the
but I'm
peloton
not an
and the
expert
breakaway is steady.
by any means.
The breakaway is losing ground.
Okay, so we're probably going to want these ones to
Last
go.
time checked with the breakaway.
We'll have
1
these go
minute.
until the foot of this climb.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The breakaway's over. It's
Okay,
start
breakaway
all over
destroyed, and now we're dropping people again because we can go up hills at a pace very few other people can. Okay, these two can go until about 100, 105-ish. Yeah, we'll drag these guys to about 100. They should be alright.
Here's a quick reminder on the point system.
Thank
The
you.
first 15 to pass the intermediate sprint score points toward the green jersey. The first scores 20 points.
Okay, then these guys can go till this cat-free climb. Possibly even longer because they still have drinks.
The next King of the Mountains summit is ranked as a third category. Only the first two riders over the top will score points towards the best climber
Okay, now you can stop. Merckx can start.
classification.
Fuck, the Uncharted movie haunts me. Because, like, the thing about the fucking Uncharted movie is they cast Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, and that is insane casting. Like, it's the one film where Chris Pratt is well suited to play the protagonist, but instead he gets cast in everything else.
Somebody interested in the combative rider award today?
It's bizarre. Okay, so you're gonna stop, and you're gonna start,
We'll stick to the wheels in
and
front,
you're
whatever
gonna
happens.
start, and then you're gonna stop. And then once we get over this cat, once we hit the foot of this cat 2,
The head of the race
we are going to go at 100 instead of 90 just to really whittle down the competition and make the most of the gains where we can make them.
This last climb is classified as second category. Therefore, the stage winner will score 5 points in the polka dot jersey classification.
But yeah, we're just super strong compared to everyone else because of the drugs, because of the various, the cocktails of drugs that I've been forcing my riders to take. Lance Armstrong style. Now these two can stop. We're on a descent, so it doesn't really matter too much how I do the transition.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
Then these guys can go to about 30k, and then well, maybe to less than 30k actually. We'll see. Okay, Martin won't. Miller can, so I'll get Boardman and Merckx going. I mean, the energy doesn't matter too much. Just the better energy we finish on, the better we start on. Or like the better.
Another 20
Yeah,
kilometers.
you know what I mean.
It's looking good for the breakaway.
We're not.
Peloton shouldn't
Well, I guess we
manage
are
to make up
technically a
the deficit
breakaway,
before the
but
finish. The breakaway is into the final 10 kilometers. The winner is in amongst them.
Okay, cool. We're nearly there. We're in Saint-Priest-Dangereux. We are going to have to sprint here, which we haven't done in a hot minute because we've been in the mountains. but I don't think anyone here is particularly great sprinter compared to us. So we'll just sort of stick on our fellow riders' wheels. Bourbon and Merckx might want to stop here, so I'll get Rogers and Anderson to join the lead out.
Make a big effort on the relay.
5 kilometers for the breakaway.
But yeah, a nice easy flat stage, this one. Far quicker than some of the others we've been doing. The mountain ones take longer because there's more to them. And the endings are far slower, whereas with the ending here we are just speeding along. And we just, once we hit that 1k mark, we just sprint for LA.
Contrary to predictions, this stage will not be decided in a
Well,
mass
it
sprint
will be,
finish.
but it's a different kind of mass sprint. It's like a mass sprint, but... Okay, I'm going to keep on Wout van Aert's wheel. Because these two are up to something. I think they can do it. You're not getting on my wheel.
It's the red pennant.
And then we launch our sprint here. And we hope that it was enough to... We lost Roglic, and there we are, we've easily done that. Wout van Aert could not at all keep up with us. The team will finish. I don't think anyone's going to be eliminated on that stage. That stage was too flat. It's the mountains where you usually see eliminations. And I've turned crashes off. If I had crashes on, then there was a chance that... like a crash would potentially... Well, crashes aren't off. I can still crash, but like randomized like crashes can't happen. Like, there's not weather conditions in this game, which is interesting, because weather conditions are quite important to the Tour de France.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Easy. Golem level load scene here.
Well done, lads. Congratulations.
Okay, so that's probably
With a pre-race
not
favourite,
too
you
fast,
lived
but
up to the role with brio.
4 hours,
Well
12
done for this
minutes
win.
and 18
We retain the
seconds,
yellow jersey. It's a perfect day.
which put us in at 48 hours, 6 minutes and 9 seconds. And now we move on to, I believe, another flat stage. We've got a couple of flat stages before we hit the mountains again.
Hi guys. Let's start the
Oh no,
break
it's a
for
hilly
this day.
stage.
Today's route is hilly.
This is cool then. I didn't check if anyone's eliminated, damn it. We'll see how many people actually start.
Hello, everyone. Finishes in Marne normally crowned.
Crowd's
with
doing
punches.
insane things
The
there.
tradition should be respected again today because the final stretch is on the habitual Côte de la Croix-Neuve, a real wall at 10% with the summit.
135. Yeah, it's a long one, so we'll go
1.5
AC
kilometers
until we
from
hit the
the
feed
finishing
zone.
That's good
These two
enough,
can do
lad.
it to the first
No
climb.
way we can lose the green jersey today. It's good.
Yeah, these two can go until we
The
finish this
stage's
Cat
first
2
climb
climb.
is in sight for those at the front. A second category ascension where the first rider will score 1 point towards the mountain standing.
No, they won't score 1 point, they'll score 5 points. You said the category right, so fascinating that you got that wrong.
Understood. Stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
Then Bourbon and Merckx can take us to this Cat, to the next climb.
The breakaway has 30 seconds lead.
Yeah, the breakaway isn't going to be too
The
much
gap
of
is
an issue,
decreasing.
as we've
The
seen
peloton has
before.
not given up.
We're good. Okay,
This climb
so
is classified as third category.
yeah, once we
There
finish
will be
this
2 and
climb,
1 point available towards the polka dot
then
jersey.
Greipel can start going. We'll stop Boardman.
I'll relay.
We'll stop Merckx, and then Rogers can go. That was inefficient. I fucked Greipel in the ass there quite hard. And you don't want to do that on a bike. But yeah.
The break is still not done. It's difficult to escape today.
Yeah, if I do my menuing and my at the same time, it makes life easier. Okay, I reckon we can go up to 90.
Over.
This is a waste of the juice, but
The intermediate sprint is approaching. It's an opportunity to recall that
okay.
only
At
the
the
first 15
when they cross the
score points
finish
for the
line for the
green
sprint,
jersey. It's a third category climb that
then we'll set Miller and Boardman go in. We'll stop Anderson,
awaits the riders.
and then
2
I'll
points
stop
will be
Martin.
awarded to the first rider to the top.
We'll just have people drink their juices now,
The moment to relax.
whilst we're about to hit the feed zone, because we just have quite a long climb here. These can go until the top of this climb, and then we will stop them. Okay, so now Merckx and Greipel can take over. Miller can stop, and Boardman can stop. So Boardman can stop. And this is probably the point we go up to 100 for this stage. These two can go till about 55. Ooh. Nah, with a drink, they're fine.
Understood. Stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
Yeah, if this proves to be too much, we can drop that down to 90, but may as well give it a go. At 40, we'll switch over again.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
There will be 2 points and 1 point towards the best climber classification at the top.
These
of the
two can get
next
us to the top of
difficulty.
this one. And to the bottom as well. Wait, we have dropped everyone who isn't on our team.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
I don't think we are relaxing, friend. Miller can stop. Boardman and Merckx can take another round
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
The front of the
until
race
we
is only
hit
5 kilometers from
the
foot
final
of the
climb,
Cours de la Craneuve, where
and then I'll just
stage
go
entry
ham.
should be decided.
So
Craneuve
technically
climb is
this
only 3
this climb
kilometers long,
isn't
but with an average slope
the
of 10%,
end, but
it's a real wall.
A teammate has just been dropped.
yeah, because I let them be
Can't
dropped.
count on him any longer.
As usual, the finish is not at the top of the climb, but 2 kilometers further on at Mons Airfield.
How exciting. So yeah, here we'll just make as much time off as we can on
Come on. If you play
on
this
here.
right, you'll be on your own at the top of the
I
climb.
think I will be, because also I don't think any of our team are going to be trying particularly hard to catch me. They've got me to the climb, and that's where I needed to be. Now I can just punish everyone. How far behind is like the furthest person behind? 27 minutes currently. The group with the rest of my team is the peloton now, even though there's 7 of them, which means no one is doing well in this race. It's hyper fragmented, and the worst thing you can have for one of these mountain stages is there not being a decent group of people, or one of these hilly stages is there being a group of people where where they can like help each other, which is why we, by keeping as a big group, have done a fairly good.
Go! It's looking good. You've got it won. Raise your arms and enjoy.
And now we can just zoom into the finish line. I've never got the celebration thing to work for some reason. I think I need to rebind it. 2 minutes 35 ahead of anyone else. Okay, 135 riders started this stage. We'll see how many finish it. So yeah, these are the faster bits, because those first couple, we've been going an hour already. Ooh. Oh boy. Time flies when you're having fun, when you're playing the Tour de France game. Best game ever made. So this might be enough as well for us to kick Pogačar out of the top 8, and for us to take the top 8 for ourselves. We will see.
This stage.
Right. What are we on?
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you.
That's 4 hours, 26 minutes, and 54 seconds.
We retain
Which-
the yellow jersey. It's a perfect day.
Oh shit, we knocked out a load of people. Some of whom are quite good. We knocked out like 9 people there. Including some names I recognise. So it's not just people who are further down. And then overall that puts us on. So Pogačar didn't lose any faces there, but I think he lost some time. That puts us on 52 hours, 32 minutes and 53 seconds as we enter the final week of racing.
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this day.
Another
The
quick
main thing
one.
to grasp today-
And at the end we'll have a team time trial and a the Paris stage. And the Paris stage we'll probably play more of for the fun of it. Well, we'll at least play the final lap of the Paris stage. We'll see about everything else. So yeah, this is a flat, boring one.
Welcome to all. Specialists of the home straight will be on full alert today.
Well, I know it says it's a flat one, but this does feel like it should be categorized hilly.
For the polka dot jersey, they shouldn't prevent the peloton, guided by.
It's another 200k stage. It's another longish one.
Breakaway riders.
Okay, you guys can go until about
The time gap between
185,
the peloton and the
180,
breakaway is decreasing.
depending on how your energy's looking. I reckon 180. Okay, so now you.
The peloton has just joined up with the breakaway.
There we go. Now these guys can go for a wee bit. I reckon these guys can go to this first climb.
The
Of the
peloton is
day.
caught up.
Or maybe not, because Merck
The
seems
first
to not
King
really
of the
be...
Mountain Summit is coming up.
Nah, they can go
One
over
point
this.
for the first
Cool. Bob Vellens.
rider over the top of the climb. The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing.
Now these two can go.
The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees.
We've already dropped about half the peloton, which is pretty impressive if you ask me. These guys can go until the foot of this cat-free climb, I reckon.
The peloton has just joined up with the breakaway.
Yeah, the commentary is so broken.
Difficulty is listed as third cap. They will be 2 and 1 point to be scored
Okay,
for
so
the
Greycoat
polka dot
could
jersey
really
classification.
use the drink here.
You are 2 kilometers
May as
from
well
the
just
top.
have the others use it whilst we have it. Because now we enter a long slow bit. Okay, we'll go with these guys until 115, 110, 110. We'll say 110.
Still no breakaway? Is nobody interested in the combative rider award today?
Okay.
It will be important to win the intermediate for the points classification. I'm counting on you guys.
I don't think we need to care about winning the points classification. I think we're probably quite far ahead on it. I haven't checked, but I think we are. Okay, we'll switch again at the feed zone.
The race is now entering the feed zone.
There we go. Now you can stop.
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels
You
in front,
two can
whatever happens.
start. And after this cat 3 we'll switch to 100, I reckon.
The next difficulty is listed as 3rd category.
So yes, after this cat 3 we'll switch
You are 2
again
kilometers from the
who's riding. Well, at the base of this cat 3 we'll switch again who's riding and the speed. Okay, so you can stop. We'll get these guys to go at 100 and
I'll make a big effort on the
in
relay.
a second you can stop. And we'll see how long they can keep it up for. I reckon until these guys can go until the foot of this cat 2 and then we'll see from there.
The riders
Yeah, no, so
on to the final classified climb of this stage, the Côte de Camaz. Almost 10 kilometers
There we go.
at an average of 4%. This last climb is classified as 2nd category. The first rider over the top will score 5 points for the polka dot jersey classification.
just gonna have everyone drink the juice whilst they can here.
You're 2 kilometers from the top.
The front of the race is finished with the Côte de Camaz. And
Okay.
against all expectations, it would seem that it's the breakaway that will fight it out for victory.
Yeah, because we are. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're the breakaway or the peloton technically, but yeah, we're certainly a group of people. Whatever we are. Yeah, I'm not sure why Wiggins' overall energy is going down so much more than his teammates, because I'm not making him do stuff. It shouldn't be doing this. Is he being silly? Is he getting tired? Okay, oh, I let them go for way too long.
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels
Miller
in front,
did
whatever
not need
happens.
to be going there. And now these two should be able to get us until at least 10k, possibly closer. Especially because it's downhill for most of the way here.
We're 10 kilometers from the finish.
As always, Pogacar, Van Aert,
It left no
and
chance for the breakaway riders.
Roglic. We'll see how we do here. This is literally just me setting the first speedrun time, so any mistakes we make or anything that could be done better is stuff that can be improved later on. I think we'll see. We'll see if I want to do more of these. I hope other people do them.
With less than 3 kilometers to go, the final sprint is taking shape. The lead
Yeah, here we
are
go.
in place, and the sprinters will soon move into
Yeah,
action.
Roglic and Wout van Aert being on the same team is great for them because it means that they do, despite us being basically... Okay, so we can see that a bunch of people, including a couple of big names, are currently in the elimination zone. That's fun. And more may join them.
The
Okay.
red pennant. The sprint is on. Today's victory is
There
for
we
a
go.
sprinter.
Just corner really well there. Roglic has been dropped. Oh, Van Aert has... Oh, we might be overtaken here. Nope. Pretty safe. One of our other guys celebrates for some reason. This last team, or this last group seemed to be... Oh. So yeah, these stages get a lot faster when we're at this point. We can do them in 5 to 10 minutes, whereas for the some of the mountain ones take like 15, 20 just because of what you have to do with them. Okay, we're about to see this big group who have been eliminated. So we began this day with 120 something, I think, and we're going to end far lower than that. He's amongst. 6 stages to go after this as well, and one of them is the team time trial, and one of them is the final stage, which doesn't really count.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio.
Stage
Well done for this
15.
win.
We did that in
We
4
retain the
hours,
yellow jersey. It's a
11
perfect
minutes
10.
and 35 seconds. And another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people got eliminated there. Will we be under 100 by the end is the question. So that puts us on 56 hours, 44 minutes and 18 seconds as we go into stage 16.
Hi guys. Let's start the
Which
briefing
is
for this stage.
okay. So
Today's route
we're
is
into the
first
last
the
three
leg breaker.
mountainy stages. This is hilly, even though it's got cat wands. It's hilly. It's hilly. Don't ask what hilly means. Like, these are official Tour de France classifications, like whether it's a hilly stage, a mountain stage, a flat stage. But like sometimes, I'm sure there's reasons for it, but it's interesting to me.
Hello and welcome to all.
I didn't
Today,
check on
the
how.
Tour arrives in the
Oh, okay,
Pyrenees.
Wiggins looks like he's
Navigating
struggling
major
slightly,
mountain passes,
so we might need to go a bit
including
slower
two
on this
significant
stage.
difficulties, the Port de l'Est and the Mur de Péguerre.
2,
It's a stage that can
1,
well suit the battle.
go. Yeah, because this is a hilly-ish one, we're going to start at 80 instead of 100.
Guys, if there's one thing that's certain today, it's that there won't
And
be
with
a
Wiggins
match
to be
sprint.
safe, I'm going to go
It's
persist
probably also
smoothly.
not difficult enough
So
for
he's
the
going to
racers battle
use
it out
less
between
energy, hopefully.
themselves, given the coming stages. The breakaway has a good chance of
Because
going
all that
the
matters is
way.
we cross the finish line
Eyes open.
with time. And we can definitely make an attack on that final climb.
The mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Okay, so these two we will just get us to the foot of this descent.
The break
And then, okay, so without limit. And then you two can start,
We are
and
not dangerous for the overall standing.
Miller
We
can
let them
stop.
go.
Oh. Don't worry, Pokemon soon. We'll get on to Pokemon soon, and then that'll get the stream a bit
The
more
next king
exciting.
of the mountain summit is ranked as a
Okay,
third
these two can do
category.
at least
Only
this
the first
climb,
two
and maybe the
riders
one
at
after
the
as
top
well,
will
we'll
score
see.
points towards the best climber classification.
King of the mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
The riders follow that immediately with a new
Yeah,
fourth
we'll do this
category
little-
classified climb.
This we clap for
point
one,
the first to the top.
we'll do, and then we'll set them off and stop max.
Time gap stabilized.
So now it's flat for a bit. We haven't dropped anyone yet, which is new.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Okay, the front group is already... Is the front group breaking, or are people trying to escape us? I can't
the first
tell.
15 riders score points towards the green jersey.
Okay, I think the front group is splintering. Okay, these two can go to 100k, so you can rest now, Greipel. I will set Anderson and Martin going again. And we're nearly at the
The head of the
twin
race has
mountains.
1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Rogers, you might need a little drinky.
Last time check with a breakaway. 1 minute.
Oh, Rogers, you shouldn't be going still. What am I doing? Ugh. So yeah, we probably could have been going
Front riders are in
faster.
the feed zone. The serious business will begin in 15 or so kilometers with
Okay.
the ascent of the Port de l'Est.
These two will go until we hit
No
the
need to
Port de
panic.
l'Est.
There's nobody dangerous for the overall standing.
Yeah, there's never going to be anyone dangerous. They're all so far behind. but also knowing this game, there might be.
No, it's the poor the less that's facing the right.
Okay, so now we will let them stop and have Miller and Boardman take over.
A climb of a little more than 11
I've never
kilometers
played a
on
Castlevania
slope
game.
averages out at 7%.
And obviously this is like a
The breakaway
orchestrized
manages to hold off
version
the
of it, so I
peloton.
don't know.
The gap seems to have stabilized.
It's stabilized.
Port de l'Est is a first category climb. As a result,
And now we're dropping people
points
again.
for the first
Perfect.
six to the top.
Miller and Boardman.
Peloton is 2 kilometers from
Miller and
the top
Boardman
of
just
the
need to
line.
get us over the top, and once we're over the top, then they can stop, and Max and Greipel can take over.
I'll relay.
Okay, Wiggins, I am going to set you to persist without limit, just so that you don't... This shit doesn't happen.
Breakaway over.
This is the one thing we didn't want to happen. This is the literal one thing we didn't want to happen. There we go. That was terrifying. That was really bad. We didn't want that to happen. That's energy waste right there. Okay, Merckx and Greipel can get us to this bit, and then we will stop them. And Rogers and Anderson, you're going to go at 90 now.
The renowned Mur de Péguerre. With
To up the
sections more than
pace.
16 and 18%, only riders with something in reserve can land a killer blow. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1 points are up for grabs at the summit of the Mur de Péguerre for those with polka dot jersey pretensions.
Okay, we'll go up to 100 to catch these current attackers.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
And now the front of the race hits the steepest gradients of the climb. 4
Okay, and here we go,
kilometers
because we
slope,
do want to
11%.
try and make an attack on this section if we can, which is going to be tough.
We want to get away in the final kilometers.
It's going to be tough but doable. Yeah, we haven't necessarily punished our opponents as much as we could have. But I think purely by going at full speed, we should be able to, if not pull away, then cause some damage.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb.
Oh yeah, because Rogers and Anderson are still dragging people up with us, which is probably not what we want, but I think we're dropping people again though.
We need to score points for the polka dot jersey. It's essential if we want
I don't know if anyone can beat us for the polka dot jersey at this point, game. Okay, so no one's in elimination positions yet, but okay, once we get to 1k, we'll make a little attack, just a little one.
Go on. Another 1 kilometer before the summit
Oh,
of the
actually
Mur de
no,
Péguerre.
maybe we want to go. No, we want to go. We want to go. So this is probably going to be the most riding we're going to do
a teammate
for a while.
You can't count on him any longer.
And I'm going to have to descend, which is something I'm miserably bad at. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, we're doing some ridiculous gradients here. But we're nearly at the top, and then we enter descending mode. We've still got 2 mountain stages after this. This isn't even the last mountain stage. This isn't even a mountain stage, technically.
You increase your lead on the overall climber standings.
Okay, and... Okay, that's really bad. We don't want to... I'm just going to go all out for a minute to try and keep this gap. This may be a bad idea, we'll see. It looks way steeper than it is. This feels like it shouldn't be a 2.7 2.7 descent. Okay, we're gonna let the group behind us catch up. Yeah, we'll let the group behind us catch up so that Anderson and Rogers can kind of just drag us to the line. And give us some time to recover. No, wait, but we have also hit the aerodynamic point here, so we're going to do some actual descending. And what this is all about is combining little bits of
Only
strategic
10
pedaling
kilometers left for the group at the front.
with aerodynamic modes to try and regain energy, go as fast as we can, and occasionally to do corners in funky ways. This is a nice descent so far compared to some of them. Like, they can be way worse than this. Okay, now we're back with the guys. We can have Rogers and Anderson go at 100 to give Wiggins time to recover.
10
The
kilometers.
boys are back.
The
Oh,
group
and also
could be
Rod
decided in the
Litch.
sprint.
Okay, so there's two people we don't want here. We just want to go fast enough that the group behind us... Oh, my head is itchy. That the group behind us don't catch up. So if the group behind us catch up, then we're going to have some problems.
Who will win today? Will
Well,
someone
one
try
guy
to
has
take
won
the closing
the
kilometers?
16 stages of this tour so far, so there's a small chance that he might win again. You never know. You never know. Today could be literally anyone else's race.
Go! Keep a clear head for the sprint. Go!
Fuck.
You've got
That's
this
bad,
one.
that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. That's exactly what we didn't want to do. This is the one thing we didn't want to happen. Which has happened multiple times in this, but still.
Last kilometer.
Rolich, no. I'm not giving this to you. I'm not giving this to you. I'm not giving this to you. I will destroy my body if I have to. But
Our sprinter isn't looking good.
we have won.
Being left behind.
That was a scarier one. But we did it. And now we enter the final two mountain stages, which is, quite something. Don't know if we're going to see any eliminations in this one. We will see. Christopher Van Poppel might be, but I don't... It seemed that they went far enough away. At this point, you would be doing... If I had made it this far on a Tour de France like this and I hadn't been eliminated, I would be destroying my body trying to make it to Paris. Because, like, you've made it so far through so much. You have outlasted, like, 50 people at this point. And to lose this
Well
late...
done, lads. Congratulations to you.
Okay, so that's probably not
For
the
previous
best time we could have
favourites,
got, but...
lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win.
That's 4 hours, 11 minutes, and 44 seconds. Which will take us just to about the 6 to an hour mark. No eliminations there. Greipel and Miller swap around, but that leaves us on 60 hours, 55 minutes and 52 seconds as we enter the final two mountain stages. I should have really got the template for this ready beforehand, but eh.
Hi guys.
So yeah,
Let's start the breathing
two more mountain
exercise.
stages. This one
It'll be
isn't
very
too
demanding day
scary.
for everyone. Several mountain passes.
This one is nowhere near as scary as the next one. The next one's got two hors category, or category. I can't remember what they're called technically. Another outer port. The French love their outer ports.
Hello, cycling fans everywhere.
I wonder if technically it's faster to play it yourself. Like if you could ride it more efficiently.
Between the favorites, and why not?
What the fuck is the Education First rider wearing?
Remember in 2017,
Do you remember in 2017?
Romain
Okay, so this is going to be a nice, gentle ascent up to the first bit.
For the moment, any breakaway has
These guys can go to about 115, I reckon.
Understood. Stick to the wheels in front, whatever
And
happens.
now we can stop Miller. These guys can go to about 95, I reckon.
breakaway has 30 seconds lead. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
Okay, maybe not 95 because they're looking a bit rough. A little bit worse for wear.
Nobody left on a breakaway.
Okay, that's the breakaway destroyed. And once we hit the slopes, we'll start doing damage to the... Well, it's not breakaway destroyed, another one's giving it a go.
For the moment, any breakaway has drawn a blank.
Okay, I'm going to have Mercs and Greipel drink their drinks, as with Rogers, and then once we get through this... Once we... Okay, so I think we have these go until we hit the bottom of this slope. Which I don't know when that is, but it should be fairly soon.
The Col d'Aspin will be climbed via Arrow. If the first 2 kilometers
Okay.
are over fairly gentle terrain, the rest is much steeper, with slopes regularly
Nice.
over 8%.
So,
The gap with the yellow
here we are on the
jerseys
course,
melting
Ben.
away. The escapees
We're
will
doing
have
damage
difficulties
already.
getting all the way to the finish.
And because there's... I think the issue we had on yesterday, or on the last stage, technically yesterday's stage, but the last stage realistically,
10 points to the rider who's first over the top.
we all want to use our juices as well because we get, there's a feed zone immediately after this.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents.
There's no time bonuses, I don't think, on this one. Okay, and now we've made it to the descent. We can go over to
Stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
Woolman and Miller to go down this
Ahead of
ascent.
the race is finished with a descent. There's now a short transition, which serves as feed zone.
I reckon they
Starting
should have enough energy to
Orquette
just do the
Dancey
Orquettes.
climb.
Yeah, they should have the energy for this
The
climb.
Orquette Dancizant ascent will earn 5 points for the first, 3 points for the second, 2 points for the third, and 1 point for the fourth.
There we go, and now we can do another descent switch. Which is probably no. It's probably a little dangerous to be like doing technical switches and stuff on these descents. But oh well. Okay, so two more climbs. We're looking fairly good. Timo Pino, don't you dare. You're not going to win this. Okay, we're also going to up our pace to 90 now.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
And hope this doesn't destroy Wiggins. If it destroys Wiggins, we'll slow down again. But
The front runners begin the
this is a fairly short one, and I reckon these two, we don't necessarily even need to do the whole thing. We can... We'll see. They might have it in them to do this whole ascent, but I'm not sure. We can theoretically switch them. Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Getting over the top. There's 10 of us left. Yeah, Wiggins is looking a little worse for wear. And now we go 100 for the
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
final climb.
The front of the race has reached Loup d'Anvielle. Another 4 kilometers, and it will be at the foot of the final climb.
Ugh. Oh, that was scary, but we're fine. I thought for a sec, ugh, if we had been trapped on like a...
This last climb is classified as first category. Therefore, the stage winner will score 10 points in the polka dot jersey classification.
Okay. We've only got Pogacar left to drop. I don't know if this is a smart thing to do. I'm just doing it. I reckon I can do 3 kilometers by myself, just about.
Another 3 kilometers and it's the finishing line. The stage leader is alone up front.
I can tell the others to stop. Yeah, the second that I ran away, they stopped going as quickly. Okay. It's got 2 kilometers to go, which is going to be potentially slightly rough on this energy. We'll see. I'm going to go slightly slower here. Yeah, so we are losing some time here, but we just need it to get to the end of energy. Once we get to 1k left to go, then I'll speed up again, but this stage in particular has a really nasty end. I just want to, I think in fact we might need to slow down even more to actually have a chance of making it to the end of energy.
For the polka dot jersey, we should surely witness a solo victory.
They have managed to get the idiot spectators who crowd the road. There's not enough of them because they're more idiot than this in real life. But they do this.
The lead rider
This
now
is
onto the
true.
Altiport runway. He's got less than 500
Wait, so is a
meters to
runway
go.
just,
The
is an
percentages of
Altiport
the
just an
Altiport
airport at
show
altitude?
the riders are straining hard to reach the finishing line.
But yeah, we're finishing 2:14 ahead of anyone else here. And now we have one more mountain stage to go. We've got one more mountain stage. I can't remember if there's a flat stage after that or if it goes mountain and then straight into the into team time trial. If it goes mountain, team trial, time trial, Paris, I can't remember. We'll see after this. We'll also see if anyone is going to get eliminated here. I don't know. They all seem fairly bunched up. So if someone's, if anyone's going to be eliminated, I feel like a lot of people are here. Valkjeld might be. I'm not sure.
He is all speed.
Yee. Ooh, what if we had a category which was
Well done, lads.
Hmm.
Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. You
okay.
retain the yellow jersey. It's
So
a
that
perfect day.
is 3 hours. Oh, I put stages 17, that's why, because I'm stupid. 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 12 seconds. Which is, well, first, 3 more eliminations. We're down to 114 people finishing this Tour de France. But overall, we're on 64 hours, 19 minutes, and 54 seconds. As we enter stage 18, the final mountain stage of this Tour de France.
Hi guys. Let's start the briefing.
Oh, there's a random flat stage, but we don't really care about that, and that'll be
Several
quick.
mountain-
Okay, so on this stage, so the thing about Bradley Wiggins, the rider we're playing as, is he's getting tired. We just need our boy to get over this. Oh no, he's doing fine today. He's actually doing good today. He's somehow, despite, he always feels better after the mountain finishes, and I'm not sure why.
No
It's not
cycling
normal.
fans everywhere. For this third stage of the Pyrenean triptych,
Oh, the crowds are
riders
so
will be faced
horrid.
with a mountain pass that is unvisited by the Tour de France. Col de
Okay,
Spoiler,
so
with a narrow road, an average
yeah, 80 to start
slow
with.
descent, and a descent that is said to be tricky.
We'll get these guys to go for like 20 kilometers, I reckon.
However, it will require some notable deeds by the climbers for it to achieve the renown.
Yeah, these guys can go to about 120, I reckon.
Both of which are on today's schedule. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
Which I can just do while skipping, which is probably...
1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
Yeah, these guys can go till about 100 kilometers to go because it's so flat. We haven't reached the Orgatokri, which are when it gets tough. When it gets really fucking tough. Okay, Borman and Merckx may as well just take this over this climb, and then we'll switch.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes
I'm
lead on the yellow.
doing an inefficient switch there, but that's fine.
The gap isn't changing much.
That's
The
because I'm not
intermediate
trying.
sprint will be contested in La Reims at the foot of the
How many of them are out front? 19, which is a bit scary, but we should be able to still deal with that. Okay, here we are.
Crossing the finishing line within the time limit.
So yeah, this is the thing in real life for sprinters in the Tour de France, is they aren't good at mountains, and they have to manage to make it through the mountains, which is quite tough for any rider, but particularly if you're someone who's a sort of different shape, like you've trained to do something else.
I'll relay.
That can be really tough. Okay, everyone's going to juice up.
The Col de Beast
Okay, and there's 14 of us on this top flight. Flight?
20 points towards the best
Top
climb
group.
category.
What am I talking about? And it's the same three as always. Pogačar is only 26 minutes behind. He is crazy good. Martin and Anderson doing an amazing job getting to the top there. They're going to get a well-deserved break
Enough
for...
of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today.
They're going to get a well-deserved break once we get down. Miller
Front
and
of the race,
Boardman
Col de
can
Chaleur.
basically just take us all the way down this
serves
descent,
as the feed zone.
which is going to be really fast, really quick, and then kick us out onto the second part of this.
Phase of the Chaleur
which,
descent. Without transition, we'll
wait,
begin
who just fucked off? Oh, they did. But this is about limit, lads.
descent to the Col de Spondel. The climb is yet unvisited by the Tour de France.
Okay, so we'll have Miller and Merckx. Wow, we'll see. They could maybe just do this all the way. We'll see how they're feeling. I might switch them out halfway up when we hit this blue bit.
There will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna switch them out, and then also up the pace a tiny little bit. Not to 100, because we've got another climb after
Points for
this.
the first 6 to the top.
We've got another Orgatokri after this. But just a little bit. And they're going to need drinks to get them to the top, I reckon.
The lead riders go to the top of the Col de Spondel.
And now we can descend.
Will anyone take risks to get
They can now stop, because they did real good.
lead before the foot of the Hautacam?
And now we just have to do our best to do some more damage, cut some more time out on the final
The
climb.
front of the race will soon reach the town of Argelès-Gazost. For the riders, that means that they'll have completed the descent and that they will soon begin the final ascent. So here we are for the lead group. They're
Autogun.
starting on the Hautacam ascent.
So yeah,
Climb
we'll
a little over 13 kilometers. With numerous breaks
Okay,
and
you know
turns
what?
that require
We're just gonna
frequent
put
changes of
basically
tempo.
everyone on the relay, and also have them all juice up. And then when we get to about 4 kilometers, then we'll give Wiggins we'll give Wiggins a chance at just like going for it. Okay, we've dropped everyone who isn't us, so we may as well now just keep going. Okay, now we're going to start dropping people, that's fine. I'm going to attack, which will mean they'll slow down. Yeah, they all just know that when Wiggins goes, they don't need to start ride as hard anymore.
And here's the red pennant for the man at the front.
Technically, you're not allowed to consume food or water in the last, I think, 3 kilometers of a race. I think it's for safety reasons to do with sprints, but the game doesn't stop you from doing that. And you can get time penalties or financial penalties for doing that in real life. And that is our final mountain stage. And we will see at the end of this how many riders made it out alive. Well, not alive, that's probably in bad taste given the recent event. How many of them made it out within the time limit? There we go. So this song is technically it's from Kingdom Hearts 2 or 3, I think. And this is the only thing I will ever engage with Kingdom Hearts is the music, 'cause it's very pretty. Like, everything about those games is so weird to me. Yeah, Lemoine at least is getting eliminated. I don't know about anyone else.
Ladies and gentlemen, he tops the stand. He's in.
Pogacar's still number 1 for well, we're a team of old people by and large, so we weren't going to win Young Rider. I think you have to be under 25 for Young Rider, or possibly under 22. I can't remember exactly what age you need to be.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with
That's
brio.
3
Well
hours,
done for this win.
48 minutes,
We
and
retain the yellow
57
jersey. It's a perfect day.
seconds on stage 18, and that is another 2 people, both French, eliminated. It's the anti-Frenchism of the Tour de France. Okay, Pogacar has been overtaken by one of my boys. So on total that leaves us in 68 hours, 8 minutes and 41 seconds as we enter the final regular stage of the race.
Hi guys, let's start the...
A boring one. We have a team time trial which we have to play. And then we have the final stage, which is Paris. Okay. So the small number of riders who are left at this point.
2 days out from the final finishing line on the Champs-Élysées.
Yeah, we're nearly at the Champs-Élysées
Today,
now.
for a time trial, the Baroudeurs will see this stage as their last chance to celebrate
3,
victory.
2,
Will the
1.
sprinters still have a
Let's go.
chase them down after 3 stages in the Pyrenees?
So this to about 170 for these two,
In a few kilometers.
I reckon. We don't care about the breakaways
Time gap
particularly
between the
until
peloton and the breakaway is
the end.
decreasing. The breakaway has 30 seconds lead.
Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the
I
yellow jersey.
know. These two can go to about 150. Just before 150, I'll slow down the acceleration and get Greipel and Rogers going, and then we can cut out Merckx, who can then take it to about 130. Possibly more than that, we will see. But this is going to be another classic, do the first half at 90 and do the second half at 101.
1 minute for the breakaway.
Nothing particularly fancy going on in this one. These are all just strats I've made up. I have no idea if any of these strats actually work particularly well. Oh shit, I let them go for like 10k more than they meant to. Anderson, go. Greipel, stop. Martin, go.
Whatever happens.
Rogers. Whoa, what's happened here?
Okay, I'll wait for him.
Martin and Miller then are going to go
30 seconds lead for the head of the
for
race.
till about 100k.
The breakaway's over. It's start all over again.
And yeah, it's about 100k I reckon these two can take us.
You are 2 kilometers from the top.
And okay, so now Martin can stop,
Understood. We'll stick
Boardman can go, Merckx can go,
in front, whatever happens.
and then Miller can stop, and Boardman and Merckx can go. For we will say,
No breakaway. Is nobody interested in the combative rider award?
I think we've just destroyed them, is the issue. None of them can outcompete us.
It will be important to win the intermediate for the points classification. I'm counting on you guys.
Okay, and then we'll switch those two over. We let some randos win the point classification there. We're also going to up the speed to 100 now.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
The breakaway's over. It's start all over again.
Okay, so these two can go until about 70k.
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
And probably should juice up right now. Martin and Miller,
Up
please
front
juice
still
up.
have something left.
Okay, Vellens and Pollitt are going for something. I don't reckon that'll happen. Okay, these guys can go till 55.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
It's looking good for the breakaway.
And we're back in
Peloton
first
will have a
place.
hard time catching up.
But yeah, now we're functioning on a victory lap at this point. Okay, so Greipel and Rogers can get... Okay, I'm going to stop Merckx and have Greipel go alongside Boardman for a bit.
Front, whatever happens.
One last climb is on the menu. Classified as 4th category.
And they can go
It's
to
worth
about
1
30k,
point for
I
public
reckon.
Jersey classification.
Well, Boardman will stop you now. Rogers and Anderson will start you, and Greipel, you can go... Yeah, you can stop now. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. We've nearly set a speedrun time for this game, which
Less than
takes
20
like several
kilometers
hours
left
to
for the
do.
group at the front.
Like, it's about 4 hours it's taken us to set this fucking record. Okay, we're gonna stop you. We're gonna start you and you and you and you and you. We'll just have them all do it.
Race leaders have entered the last 10 kilometers. The slower sprinters will surely try to surprise their companions by attacking from far out.
We're not gonna let them do that though, if they do try anything. No one particularly unsurprising up here with us.
Guys, the final kilometer is on a rising false flat. Be careful not to launch
Okay.
your sprint too soon.
Let's speed this up a bit. Actually, no, we don't want to be in first. We do want to win the sprint. Well, I guess it's a question of, is speeding it up a tiny bit worth us potentially not winning the sprint and losing that 10-second bonus? Is the question. Okay, we're nearly there. 4K to go, and then we're into the final 2 stages where we get a bit funky. Okay. We are the peloton, technically. Even though there are 13 of us. Because this is just the most boys that are together at this point. Okay, Roglic and Van Aert are trying their usual shit. That's fine. I don't think we're going to let them do anything. And here, we want to speed up slightly and take that corner really nicely like that. And then we can give it a go. I fear we may have launched our sprint from slightly too early, but we will see. No, another classic sprint there. As we reach the final 2 stages of the Tour de France. We have finished every regular stage there is to finish now. And all we have left is the team time trial and Paris. And Paris is technically a regular flat stage, but it's far shorter, and also it's Paris. Like, in a regular race, people wouldn't race. Like, the only reason you'd race is if you wanted the stage victory, and even then the chances of doing like people, the riders drink champagne and shit on Paris.
A few minutes. We can eat.
So yeah, we have come into this, the penultimate stage, with a time of
Well done, lads. Congratulations.
3:52.
You were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this.
That's 3 hours, 52 seconds, and 52 minutes and 52 minutes and 50 seconds. And before we check our time, a weird number of eliminations on a flat stage. They weren't expecting it, I think. They just weren't expecting the pace. So we entered the team time trial with 103 riders. So 72 hours, 1 minute and 21 seconds. So the thing is, losing a rider is quite bad generally for a team time trial. It's even worse when you've got our monster team riding. Our team who are all the best boys in existence.
We now welcome the leader of the
Okay,
race onto
so
individual time
wait, it's an individual? I thought it was team.
to his utmost to produce the best time and retain his jersey.
Never mind then.
Come on, let's give him a cheer.
There's a long time trial ahead of you. You've got to dose your effort well. Don't set off too fast.
I thought this was a team time trial. Okay, there's no way I can fuck this up particularly here.
Go on, find the right tempo. Don't push yourself to the limit. You've got to keep something for the 2 short climbs towards the finish.
Yeah, there's no way I can, like, fuck this up for myself.
It winds a fair bit at the beginning. Look straight ahead of you to anticipate the bends.
There we go, so we can like accelerate into those bends, and that's the best thing we can do, I think. I don't know why, so there just wasn't a team time trial in 2022 then. That's interesting. Interesting choice. Is this a COVID thing?
Course flat for 2 kilometers. Keep managing your effort. Go, stay focused.
Like, why was there no... I guess there's not always a team time trial, but I usually, in my head at least, there's always a team time trial and a regular time trial. Okay, and if you look at the times on number 1, our team is slowly taking every single position as they reach it.
The climb will soon be over. Go. downhill. Watch out. There's some hairpin bends.
This is fine. Cool. Oh, I need to actually pay attention, though. So yeah, I'm not good at descending. We have previously said this.
Time check is in 1 kilometer. Go.
I think I'm going to come in behind my teammates here, who all finished. Yeah, we're in 7th here.
Try to speed up. You can do better.
Yeah, it's come crashing constantly. And also I've got another 28 kilometers to go. I don't want to use all my energy now.
Keep thinking about your effort.
Yeah, I
Remember
know.
to keep
I know what I'm
something for the
doing.
finish.
So we need to make up 20 seconds on our own teammates. Which I don't think is going to happen,
There's
but we'll
almost
give it a
5
go.
kilometers downhill. There's no point going flat out. You don't gain much time on the way down. Keep something for the climbs. Watch out for the bends.
Okay. I probably didn't need to slow down there, and I've lost time by slowing down, but that's fine. And as we
Go, stay arrow. Go.
are staying arrow, I think, if I know what arrow means properly. Okay, we got to do 5k in about 5 minutes. That's fine. Ugh.
Go on, stay focused. Go.
So this time check is about the halfway mark. There's also no way of fast forwarding these other than quick staging it, which usually would get you optimal results.
You've almost done half the route.
Ugh, I've almost done half the route and I am not where I want to be with my energy. I think we need to slow down very slightly.
Go on, another 20 kilometers. You've done half the job. Go. The second intermediate time check is in 1 kilometer. Watch out as you go through the village. There are a good few
And we're about to see how I have quite possibly... Okay, I should be fine for... There we go, that's me in first.
intermediate time. Go, go. You're in with a chance of victory, but be careful to save something for the finish.
Yeah, this is the issue. I've now really messed up my energy management here, I think.
It'll be a little twisting now. You'll be able to stay in TT position for a long moment. Go.
So yeah, we may have fucked this up quite badly, but we'll see. The thing you've got to remember is we do have quite a lead, so even if we fuck this up, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we're going real slow now because I do not have the energy to make it.
Just 15 more kilometers. Go, go.
Yeah, does that look like enough energy for 15k for you? It doesn't look like it for me. Okay, we're about to... I'm just trying to do anything I can to like recover energy at this point, which is slowing us down a lot.
Quickly ahead. Keep an eye on those watts. Go.
Yeah, I reckon we might lose a minute or two overall on this stage, which isn't ideal, but it's what it is.
It's now downhill until the last 5 kilometers. Go.
Okay, that is nice to hear at least.
Keep going. 10 kilometers. Stay focused. Go, go.
Yeah, and we're nowhere near the intermediate time check, and we're meant to be there in a minute, so we have lost a lot of time since the last one.
final time check. After the village, it goes downhill, and then it's the closing stretch with 2 short
Ugh.
climbs.
Boy, if we fuck this one. We're in third, behind 2 of our teammates.
Good time. Keep it up.
Still got like a minute on where the game wants us to be, which is good. And we just need to hope we have enough energy for these last 2 climbs.
You're at the foot of the short climb. Ride out of the saddle. It's now that you've got to pick up some time.
I've got to pick up some time from who?
Go on, give it all you've got. Go, go.
Okay, I'll go hard on this section, then we'll slow down for the descent. And hope we have just enough energy to do this.
Go on. You're over the top. Relax on the way down. Get your breath back.
Fucking that quite
Go
badly.
on. Blow hard. The final climb is hard.
Blow hard.
Keep going, lad.
Oh yeah, he loves calling you lad.
It's the climb to the finish. Go. Go on. Stand on the pedals. Go.
Yeah, we've got to do this in... We're definitely not going to finish anywhere near first, but...
Go on. Give it all you've got. Give it everything you've got.
But we won't be terrible. We'll be top 3 probably.
Go. Defy the pain. Go. Go.
Defy the pain.
Go. There's the line. It's almost over.
I know. So yeah, that could have been a lot better. That is a face that could be optimized for future runs.
This stage is his.
Ah. Am I going to get told off or not? Because our team won, but I didn't win.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio.
Okay, so that's
Well done for
39
this
seconds behind
win.
my
You retained the yellow
teammate.
jersey.
So that
It's a
was
perfect day.
44 minutes and 43 seconds, which puts us at about 72 hours and 45 minutes. 72 hours, 46 minutes and 4 seconds as we enter stage 21, the final stage of the Tour de France. The one that is quite short. It's a nice easy one. The person who's
It's the final stage, guys. The main thing to grasp
It's
today
short.
is that the route is flat.
it's really short. We can just go for it. It's really short. We're just gonna go for it. Which is not in the spirit of the race at all, but that's beside the point.
Greetings,
And
ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen. The final stage on the
Bienvenue à
Champs-Élysées is always
Paris.
one of the most coveted. In the past, sprinters seeking the prestige of a victory in Paris have sometimes
3,
been caught off guard,
2,
but it hasn't happened very
1.
often.
Go. So just 100s from the start. There's the Tour Eiffel.
It's an even more demanding challenge.
We'll probably have them do about 10k each. And this is a lap-based thing once we get onto the Champs-Élysées.
The first riders are entering the Champs-Élysées circuit. An intermediate sprint will be contested on the second crossing of the line.
And
The
now we
riders
just
will have
do
4 laps to do.
we do 4 laps of this, which is way less than you do in real life. They've truncated this.
First time around the Arc de Triomphe.
We'll have these guys. We'll have them all do a lap each, I think.
The circuit goes round the Jardin des Tuileries, taking the tunnel. The riders emerge onto the Rue de Rivoli and
And like, we can drop people at this point if we need to.
finishing line.
That's fine. I don't think we'll need to. But yeah.
2 more laps.
So now you can calm down, and Greipel and Rogers can go, and
The
Mertz
end of
can
this tour is
stop.
not far off.
The end of this tour is not far off at all.
Breakaway is losing ground.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
So then,
Peloton is beginning the final.
this is the final lap. This is the end of the tour. I'm going to set a couple of the team to just go for
The
it.
sprinters team will continue to set a
And
heavy tempo
we
to
will
avoid
ride this last lap. Which is probably not like the efficient way to do it, but I don't care.
bunched peloton.
We have 10k left to go. Around the Arc de Triomphe we go. Other people are in the front for once, I think. The yellow jersey leading in the other 102 riders who made it to the end. I know we'll win this one. There's a sprint at the end. We'll see. Fuck, imagine being eliminated on this last stage. It must happen, but that would suck so bad. You've done like...
Watch out, it's trying to catch up the sprinters.
Yeah, Van Wyatt, don't you dare.
Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the...
I don't think defending the yellow jersey is going to be an issue, boss. Boss. We're into the final 5k of the Tour de France 2022.
Last passage through the tunnel for the peloton.
We go into the tunnel out by Norwegian Corner, which they haven't coded into the game. So the corner that we're going to go past when we come out of this tunnel in real life has a bunch of Norwegians who will always be there. So we go down the tunnel, we go up, and just to our left here on this corner there'd be loads of Norwegians with Norwegian flags, but they haven't coded it in, which is a real shame to me.
The breakaway is resisting. It's tense. Behind, the sprinters teams are launching the final sprint.
And then, well, we don't need to start sprinting yet, but we're getting close. It's when we go round this corner and hit this bit that we sprint. We sprint along the Champs-Élysées. We sprint. We have won 20 out of 21 stages, and all the other riders fall away as we ride a perfect Tour de France. They'll be questioning how we did that for years. So, that puts our final time for this, the inaugural speedrun of the Tour de France in Tour de France 2022.
In avoiding all the pitfalls to win today. Here is the winner of the Champs-Élysées.
The faces are horrible. We're not watching because...
In avoiding all the pitfalls are consistent throughout this
Also, it's inaccurate. They've kept the two women on the side, but now they have a man and a woman do it for each of them. Oh, and I just won a bunch of achievements, which I really shouldn't have, because that was... So yeah, on that final stage, which I shouldn't have tabbed out of... Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Game, if you crash now...
Well
Oh.
done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites.
1 hour, 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
For this win. We finish with the yellow jersey, the green jersey, and the polka dot jersey. It's simply phenomenal, guys.
It is.
Well done, lads.
So that sets this record at 73 hours. 73 hours. Fuck, this is from Nope. This isn't meant to be playing. "73 hours, 50 minutes, and 16 seconds. And so, yeah, we did it. And roll credits. So, that's 73, 50, 16, which I will submit as the official. We'll go to Big Me for a second. I'll submit as the official speedrun for that. Now, there isn't a speedrun for the 2022 one of that. For 2021, there is a speedrun that took 73, 52, 23. So assuming they're the same length, that is roughly quicker than last year's world record. And for the real life Tour de France, for the real life tour, the finishing time was 79 hours, 33 minutes and 20 seconds. Which was won by Jonas Vingegaard. 17 riders left the race, so not as many as left on ours, but quite a lot. So yeah, this is the end of the Tour de France section. I'm going to briefly go to the toilet and refill my water, and when I come back, we will play some Poke MMO, and continue on with where we were with the Nuzlocke. Right, I'll be back in a second.